holy!
Hey, I want to get this prepared. Yeah, I want to get this prepared.
Dude, get it in here.
Right. Woo! I just walked the whole way here because the clutch broke. Alright.
Man,
I think the clutch is bad. Walked the whole way here.
you rode that thing all the way here?
No, I walked it.
You walked it?
Yeah, because the clutch I think's went out. I messed with this thing. I've taken it apart like 5 times. I don't know what's wrong with it. I know it's a 125 and everything. I got the clutch for it, but
Well, you look like someone from Lord of the Rings, dude.
I'm not Frodo. They called me Legolas in my old days.
Legolas?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you say you took this thing apart 5 times, the
Yeah.
clutch,
Uh-huh.
and you put a new clutch in it, you said?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can get to it tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little nicer tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'll fix it up and I'll give you a call. So we'll have to get your info.
Okay.
Yeah, you really look like you're from the Lord of the Rings.
I didn't walk here from Mordor, I can tell you that much.
Boy. All right.
I don't scratch it now, man.
I ain't gonna scratch it. Come on. I have dumb bikes all the time here.
Yeah, that's what I've been told, but
Why do you say Trail 110? This is a Trail 90.
I said 125. That's what my buddies told me. I went to them. They said they were doing bikes for years too, and you know.
Well, it's not a 125. Dude, it's a ct90.
No, it's a 125. I know I've had this bike for years. I think I should know.
Hey, whatever. It's your bike. You say so.
Why? You're gonna put that thing down on the drill and knock it over. That's why you're doing bikes for years.
Holy buckets! All right, let's get this paperwork going so you can get out of here.
All right. What, you want me out of here?
No, just. It's getting late. I want to eat dinner. Hey everybody, how's it going today? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Anyway, today's video is gonna be on the CT110. It's got a clutch problem. Guy put brand new clutches in it, but we're gonna tell you about this in just a moment. Yeah, we'll get this thing on the lift. Let's get this thing going. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. Well, we will try. Well, you know, what do you know? It's not a 110, it's a 90. Why in the world was I think it was a 110? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about myself, and I wonder why 110. It's a 90, not 90 cc. All right, now that we're with the 90 cc Honda, guy did a nice job with the paint job. Looks really nice. That little cover's missing here, but I'm sure he has that. But what it is, guys, is he said he put new clutches in it. He took it apart about 7-8 times. He's tried readjusting it. So we're going to go ahead and take this apart, see what happened, see what's going on, why and they are Honda clutches. He ordered them from the website that I gave him. I'll show you on the right here in this corner. See right here. I'll put that up in the description from where you can get the Honda 90 parts and CT70 parts and everything else, which is OEM GM. OEM Honda. So anyhow, I'm going to show you how to take all this apart. So if you've never taken one of these clutches out, real easy, simple to do. So let's get into that and we'll get this thing going again. We'll make this guy happy. Make him so he can go riding again. Since today and tomorrow is going to be 60 and it's only February, not even March yet. So here we go. All right, now. Okay, now. All right, the first thing we're going to do, go to the kitchen, get a glass bowl. I'm just going to use that one for the oil. And you need a 17 millimeter. You believe it's 17. Get your oil out right down here. So I think I probably should film that for you so you can see. Right there. That's your oil plug. So go ahead and get that out, and we're gonna drain the oil first thing before we do anything else. Yeah, so you get that 17 out there. Get your pan in there real quick. Oh, he's got some silicone going there. Yeah, see, that's not good, guys. Shouldn't have used that much silicone. Shouldn't be any silicone on it at all, because this will automatically seal anyhow, unless you stripped it. That was pretty loose. I'll have to check into that. Oh, I'm going to have to helicoil that. So, got to give myself a rag here, since I spilled a little bit. I was a little too quick on the draw. I'm going to get this out of the way. So, probably the easiest thing to do, if you want this to drop down, you want to get the spring out of the way. Take your spring off, but first, just take this off, which looks like he's going to need brakes because he's got it way adjusted in. So, use a 14 millimeter, zip that off, get the spring off. This will drop this out of the way. So let's do that real quick. Always remember to hit record, because, you know, anyhow, you might want to do that if you're trying to do something. So, okay, got that 14 off. Don't want to lose that little mechanism tightener juicer thing. So, now, be careful with this. This is for your brake light switch. So you want to pull that off carefully. You don't want to yank on it too much because you don't want to break it. Just like that. Then go ahead and pull your spring off, if you can get to it correctly. It's not super tight on there, but sometimes it might take a minute to get it off. Kind of like that. Okay. Don't want to break the camera girl's bowl. All right, now, since that dropped out, so I don't want to lose this here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one-handed since I'm holding camera with the other. I suppose I could use a tripod, but that does make too much sense. So, all right, now we won't lose that. Could have taken it off here too, but it was just easier because this was up inside. All right, now, the next thing you're going to want to do is drop the foot pegs to get that out of the way. So, I do believe those are 12 millimeter, all four of those. Now, if you're lucky enough and your bike does have the back stand, you're going to want to leave it on this. You don't want to use a kickstand at the moment. Because the kickstand, you loosen that, it's going to fall, the bike's going to fall over. This will stay under the frame, so you don't have to worry about that. So, you know, it's funny, I can hear the blackbirds out there singing. Man, I think spring's going to be an early spring this year. I really do. I'm kind of hoping so, but I know my electronic guys out there, I'm sorry. But, you know, when it gets warm, man, I love being out in the garage. I don't want to be cooped up in the basement. Now, you got your 12 millimeter. Wow, it's got the washer and the lock nut still with it. That's awesome. Sometimes you don't see that anymore. Now, you gotta do this so the breaks camera girl's dish here. Alright, now we'll put them aside so we don't lose those. Alright, next thing you're gonna want to do, 10 millimeter. Take your Kickstarter off. Sometimes if you can't get it off, right here in the slot. Can I get this to go down anymore? Nope. That little slot right there. Whoa! There we go. You can spread that slot open just a little bit. So what you can do if it's stuck, just take your screwdriver, It's tapered. As long as I don't hit my camera here. You can tap on it a bit. Of course, I'm moving the camera. Tapping on there just a bit. Get it away from the casing. There we go. It should pop right off, just like that. Now, some nice treads on there. They're not worn off. All right, now that we have all that, now we're ready to take all these bolts off here. Now, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me do that. I'm going to let this here finish dripping anyhow. If you have a hard time getting these bolts off, which if you never had those bolts out, you're going to need to get yourself an impact. And what I mean is get one of these. This thing has saved my butt many times. I don't know why, but you know, it was nice enough to do so. But it's a good tool. Maybe I'll put it up in the description. And there's a couple of videos where I've used it, and I put it up in the description what this thing was and how you can get it. It works great. You just put it on here, and I'll show you. Tell you what, a lot of bikes out today. I don't blame them. I used to be. I don't ride no more. But my knees can't handle it. Oh, I just lost a bit. All right, so it's quiet for once. I can hear the red birds. Now, once you take it, you put a little pressure going this way. You hit it with a hammer, and it takes them right out. Just like downtown. I scratched a little bit, but sorry, bud. I don't know if you're watching. I'm sorry. But progress. We got to do this. Now we got that loose. Get them all loose. I'm sure these are loose because he's had this apart many times. Oh, this is acting up on me. Plus, this ain't the impact. This is just a drill. So, now what you want to do is get all these out all the way around. So let me get all these out here. Camera doesn't want to work right here. We're going to go ahead and get all these out right around here. Put these aside. And then I'll come back before we pull this cover off. Now that I got all the bolts loose here, really going to have myself an oily mess going on. So now we're going to go ahead and pull this cover off. This one's going to come off easier because the gasket's new. There we go. Yep, there we go. That looks all correct. How about that adjustment? Okay. Now, in order to get this clutch off, guys, if you don't have a book, take note. Okay, and then if you have these parts that come out, if you don't have a book and you're wondering how they went, that little spring goes on the lip here. This side's, there's no lip, but this side has a lip right here. That's what the side spring goes on. And it goes toward the engine. Like that. Just like that. Now, I want to take these all off. All right. Then, looks like they changed these out to a small Allen head. So, let me get that tool. Alrighty then. Then, guess I'm going to have to hold. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Of course, you know, if they are the Phillips style, those are going to be harder to probably get out if they've never been out before. And that's where this will come in handy again. So, now, so a little oh dear. Hello, throwing it at me. Okay. I better pick that up off the floor. Man, talking about just throwing things at me here. Now, I guess I'm going to need a light. You know, sometimes light helps a lot. It's only when you think about it. You know, especially when you get old and crusty. You know, that one doesn't have the fold in there. It looks like maybe it's in there. I can't tell. I'm going to have to put another one in there because it's pretty rough. But there's little tabbies that go in there. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that tab comes up before you put your socket in there to get that off. Like there, right there. But that one there is pretty rough. Might need a pick to get that one out. I will be back. Well, since that one got pushed up way up yonder, now I just use the tool, expander tool, to take this off. I'll also leave a link up there for this too. I tell you what, it comes in handy whenever you need it. I guess the guy made one out of a socket, which is pretty good. That was a smart thing to do too. He made one. That's what he told me. So instead of destroying the nut, I'm just going to go ahead and use the right tool here. Some guys like using screwdrivers on this stuff. But me, since I do so many of them, I just order this tool. Of course, I can't find the slot to get it into here because I'm trying to go around the camera, the light, all at the same time here. There we go. Okay. Takes that right off, just like that. All right. Now I'll put a new one of these on there because, you know what? I think he has that washer on there backwards. He might have it on there backwards because the poor guy had this thing off 5 times. Probably frustrated as everything can be. I think I want to. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and just pull the clutch off for now, which is not want to come off very easily. Usually you pop right off there. That's strange. And that's how you get that off. All right. Well, you know, you ever have one of those days where you need a rag and they're laying all over the shop when you don't really need them, but when you really need one, you can't find one anywhere? It's Murphy's Law. Why does it happen that way? I don't know. Take this thing apart. Now, be careful because this is kind of spring-loaded. You want to take this ring off right here. Maybe I should do a little zoom for you. You might want to take this ring off right here. This will make it go boing, just like that. Yeah. That's your start. That'll get these clutches starting to come off here. Interesting here. All these clutch plates seem to be right. All right, guys, what I've noticed here on this clutch is these are flat. I mean, these screws, I think, should be sticking up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I'm just going to totally disassemble it and put it back together. See what's going on. Something could be off, but then we'll reassemble it. Even down and getting to this last one here, the washer even looks like it's bent. So, just something doesn't seem to be correct. Now that I have it all apart, guys. Took it all apart. Let me zoom out. There we go. I got it all apart, and obviously, now that I actually put it together without the springs in it, I mean, you can see how much more these stick out here. In fact, I'm not even going by the book. I'm just going by what I remember. In fact, I'm going to go look at my parts hoarding station upstairs, and I'm going to grab a clutch I have upstairs, and we'll see what that looks like. Well, looks like I get to go upstairs. Yep, let's go get that thing. So, this clutch is pretty nasty. I don't know why I shaved it. I must have shaved it for some reason. Yeah, today was the day I saved it for. So, we're going to go ahead and reassemble this and see why maybe that was sticking. I'm going to check things, make sure nothing's bent, clean this up a bit, and then we'll reassemble it. These springs are kind of a booger to get back in there, but hey, I think we're getting somewhere here. All right, so we put the clutch together and clean it up, but the inside of this is pretty bad. It has to be cleaned up on the inside, and I feel a ridge on the inside a little bit. So I'm going to clean up, make sure there's no ridges. That's going to make it hang up. Get all this cleaned up here, and then we'll start reassembling this thing. Make sure nothing's bad on this, otherwise I'll have to replace it. Holy buckets! I'm hungry. Guess I'm just going to have to do this tomorrow. I guess we'll do it tomorrow. Yep. I'm going to let that sit in the minerals of spirits and spirits of minerals overnight while I go eat, because Buckets is hungry. We'll get this reassembled tomorrow after I get home from work. Yes, sirree. For me, I'm going to eat, sleep, go to work, come down, have fun, do more of this fun stuff. I love it. Weather's great. February. Love it. Love it. Yeah, buddy. Holy buckets, that was scary. All right, it's a brand new day for me. Not for you. I went through a whole day already. So anyway, let's get back into putting this thing back together. First, I'm gonna see how this clutch looks. Let's get it out of the bath. It's soaked overnight. Rained a little bit today, but there's supposed to be some more storms coming through, so hopefully the light stuff will out. Yeah, there it is. Sitting overnight. Looks like cleaner. Looks better. I could probably brush this off a little bit more. Check for burrs. Oof, I need to really change this spirits and minerals. Yeah. Stuff's getting pretty old. Alright, give a little bit of an air bath there, so everything looks pretty good. Doesn't seem to be too many burrs in here or anything. See a couple little worn out spots like here. You know, in here. Just a little bit. So I think it just maybe circumstance I got caught up. But I want to put it together and see if this thing does it again. Now we're going to reassemble this. The springs will go on your threaded parts here. I don't know why the camera does want to focus on me. It keeps unfocusing. That's pretty weird. Well, who knows? Maybe it's the weather. Okay. Then this will go onto there. Kind of like so. And I will put the screws in. Yeah, they just push right on. You know, so I get a rubber glove on, I did it. But I could probably do it with a screwdriver. Small one, big one, whatever. Let's see if I can. Yeah. There we go. So that's how you get them in, guys. Those ain't too hard. Just set it here. Take your screwdriver. Wear your safety glasses, because if that comes off, it'll bung you in the eyeball. Hey, I just got to tell you safety. I'm not wearing my safety glasses, but, you know, I got to tell you, I want you guys to be safe. Don't be an idiot like me. All right, so. Now, that's going to fall through if I put any pressure on it. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a new washer here for that, because that one's bent. Anything that's straight, put all these back on. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and screw all these back on. I'm sure you don't want to watch me do that. And then I'm going to reassemble this clutch. So if you've never done it before, I'll show you how to do it real quick. All right, now that I got, these are all in. Still kind of flat right now, but I got to put the clutch together. So let's put this clutch together now. All right, now let's put the clutch back together on this side. Make sure these are down a little bit. And then your spring thing. You got a couple springs that are lower, and these ones are high. Now, it doesn't really matter which way it goes in on here. And these slots. But then put this thing in. And then you want to get the one that had all these ones that are no holes, just the slots. So what you're going to do is put your pad in first. I don't know why I'm calling it a pad right now, but then this one. Brake shoes, whatever. The thingamajigger. Then another pad. Okay. Then you're gonna want to get the one with, the one with hole and a slot, hole and a slot. So the holes go in the one with the shorter springs, like that, and then the slotted goes in the longer springs. Then your pad. And then the last one with all the holes goes in here. Just like that. Now we can put our ring in. All right, now you got to put this ring back on. A little bit of pressure down there. Work your way around. Again, wear your safety glasses. Make sure it's all the way in, all the way around. It looks like it's in. Okay. Now, guys, just repeat your steps when putting the clutch back on. I just slid it back on, got it all nice and flush. Now, I did get a new another one of these for him, because this one's kind of messed up pretty good. So I do have another one of those. We're going to replace that. Make sure you know your torque, which mine is just a couple hits with the impact. Now we're going to reassemble this and we'll try it out. All right, now it's all back together and I wiped it down. Put some fresh oily in it. And I readjust the clutch. Then you back off on it a little bit until you get neutral. That's how I do it. I put it in gear, put it like you're gonna shift, and then I wait for neutral. That's how I do it. Go by the book. Don't listen to me. So, I always do this. I always got to give it a ride. When I'm done, before the clutch didn't work at all, so it was just pounding into gear. I love that sound. See? Neutral. Da-da-da-da. I gotta find neutral. Honda 90. Not a 110 like I said.
Do you not
It's a
know your
90.
bikes? Do you not know your bikes? What happened?
I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, guys, it's done. I don't know what was wrong with that clutch. Just taking it apart and put it back together just how I know it goes back together. It seemed to help. Poor guy had this thing apart 5 times. Mosquitoes already. It's February. Holy buckets.
But it's 70.
Yes, it's 7 degrees. It's weird. Guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like. And here it is right here. And subscribe. See, I'm always doing the likes like right here. And that's supposed to be subscribed. Then you subscribe. Yeah.
How about try again?
Nah, it's fine. Thanks, guys. You guys have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And Monday's tomorrow, so I know. See ya.
Hey, Buckets!
Tell you what, it's foggy out there. Holy buckets and a half. Whew. What a day.
You know,
How was your day?
did you see you've got a prize here on the
Really?
porch?
What did you get me? Oh. Ooh.
Is this
The
the
Viking sword.
this is the Vikings buckets now?
Vikings! Yeah!
You got some problems there, sir.
Because I got Vikings in my blood.
Is that what it is?
Don't you know that? Just like Floki made this for me. So where did you get this one of?
It was on the porch when I came home. Were you? I take it you weren't expecting that.
Oh. Who delivered it?
I don't know. I don't know.
So, who brought this in?
Well, some guy said he gave it in payment for the bike.
What?
He said you knew, and I can't help it if you weren't here. So I'm just saying, don't get mad at me. We're out there hanging out with your friends.
Well, mate,
Really?
it's sharp. I just killed a worm.
Do I need to get you a Band-Aid? My Viking.
Vikings! Vikings! I'll take the sword.
This is what I live with.